Did I guess it correctly? Am I just that smart? Hey, we're getting into the cast. Okay, everyone. We have Revnak and Rohbrot versus Kynesie and Tit. Here we go. All right. Thank you, GK. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. We've got 50 viewers. I'm so excited to live cast this game. So let me pause real quickly. I don't have ludicrous zoom set this time, and I plan to play a bit more. I'm planning to pay a bit more attention, so I'm excited. So here, as Indians, we have Revnak. So a very nice civilization. And right next to him, we have Spain. So this is an interesting combination here. India and Spain. What do we expect? A nice fast fortress, or as fast as Spain can be, I suppose. Mother Nature, you gotta love Mother Nature. They're one of the most powerful players in this game. Let's see who else we got. We got Kynesie and Tit with France and China. Wow. So looking at these civs here, I want to say a slower game. I don't feel like Spain and India can pull off any rush. I know India has quite an effective rush. I don't know. I don't think they're willing to pull off any type of solo here. What are we looking at for Rohbrot in here? See what he's focusing on. We've got... Have decks been chosen yet? I assume they haven't. I'm going to assume they haven't. My UI is looking okay. I had the factory reset, so computer's a little bit awkward here. Hope audio is doing fine. I assume it's doing fine. Well, that's a little bit loud for the game. I must be loud. Cool. Now then. So we've got... Can I see decks? Is there a way to see... Can anyone... I don't know. I guess I'm just dumb. There's no deck button. I'm disappointed. Regardless, we've got... Who is this? We've got Revnak here picking up a very beautiful 130 wood treasure. Wow. So this is going to be huge for India, no matter how he uses it with the villagers costing wood. So he can pop an extra house, which he obviously doesn't need. But this will help with his wood income quite a bit. And it looks like he's going straight on to food. Is he going to collect that last 7 for a villager? He's going to let distributivism do it for him. Very genius. Very genius. Moving up to... Who is this? Rohbrot. Yes. I know exactly who's playing in this game. A nice Spain up here. Went for the TP and chopped for a house. So I'm excited to see what heavy shipment game Rohbrot plays. Next we have Tit. I believe this is Tit. I'm not used to all the new names. I remember watching Feather on the top right. Thank you so much. Helps so much. So let's check Rohbrot's deck. Interesting. Ooh, very... Wow, very... What are these called? Crates. Thank you. Very crate heavy. Wow, okay. We've got hand cavalry. So we're looking definitely heavy into lancers here. Infantry and cavalry train and move faster. Making use of these really new cards here. I'm very impressed. Can't wait to see how Tit... This is Rohbrot, of course. Can't wait to see how Rohbrot does with that. Looks like we're getting a forward aggro out of Revnak. Interesting. A forward aggro with Spain as your ally. Although, looking at Spain's deck, they had a very interesting, like, sort of age 2 pressure deck. I'm noticing a lot of crates here. 7 Rodoleros. Unction, so we could see a nice Unction paired with Lancers. And maybe, could we even see Sepoy Lancer here? I would love to see that. Although, enough with Rohbrot and Revnak. Let's check how Kynesie and Tit are doing here. So, obviously, Kynesie is up here playing as Japan, not China. If I said China, I didn't actually say China. That's completely incorrect. He is going up with, of course, the Tosho Gusraim, of course. I can't wait to see what Kynesie pulls out of this. Let's check his deck, shall we? We're looking at a fairly standard Japan deck. Flaming arrow, okay. Definitely heavy into, it looks like Yabsume archer attack increased. So it looks like he's willing to boost his ultra mobile culverins here. I'm noticing a lot more eco heavy. So it looks like Kynesie is looking to play a bit more defensively, although that might just be me. Defensively age 3, I'm looking for more boomy action. Of course, that is Kynesie as we know and love him. Can't wait to see how many walls are put up in this game. And then we have Tit. Let me look at Tit. What are we looking at here? A fairly standard France deck. I want to say a few more eco cards than would be expected, but it is a 2v2. I can see this being a bit more defensively played here. But let's see, we got any combat here. Japan losing an explorer early on. Never mind, right next to the shrine. Doesn't even matter. I'm not covering up the game timeline because it's live casted, although, I don't know. I think I may speed up to catch up. See if I can get to where there's no delay here. We've got a nice forward stable from Rohbrot, so he is looking to play aggressively with this deck. Willing to take advantage of the House of Trust, Tamara. Age up is cheaper and faster. Definitely useful for Spain, 100%. Oh, we've got, what is this, 10 sepoys out here? Am I going faster than, I am going faster, good. We got 10 sepoys out here from Revnak, 12. Okay, definitely making use of all this early game pressure and aggressiveness that can really come out of India. Looking like, yep, he sent that 5 sepoys nice and early. Can't wait to see what he follows that up with. Looks like he's playing a relatively solo game here in terms of just being purely aggressive. And it's not really going too poorly for him, right? Let me check. Musks are out here. He's going to try and mass up. Tit is. Obviously, what else are you going to do? Running these Coureurs de Bois around his entire base in circles. That's funny. We've almost caught up here. Rohbrot coming in with the Cav. Although, what can the Cav really do against double Musk? I'm not sure how Rohbrot will adapt to this. We're seeing a nice, in terms of unit comp, somewhat of a duplication of the last game I casted. Revnak thinks this is a 1v1, exactly. But looks like they're going for the TP. Definitely a good choice. Obviously, I'm nowhere near as good as these guys, so I can only say so much, but I think it is a good choice, really getting that eco boost. Nice and early. 10 Hazar coming out from Spain. It looks like India and Spain, Rohbrot and Revnak, are really pushing this early, aggressive playstyle here, and that could go really well. And I think that Spain really has a backup in case this doesn't work out too well. So we've got Crossbow Musk against Gurkha Sepoy. I think we can see which one is argued to be slightly better, along with a lot of Hazar here. Am I going to catch up? Am I? I don't know. But the Hazar kind of just in here to distract. I don't know what he's supposed to do with them. There's so much Musk. I don't know. Rohbrot, I feel like he's throwing away his Hazar here, but we'll have to see how it turns out. He's still got a decent mass. A really powerful defense here, popping Minutemen. Let's see how many units does Tit have? A nice 12 Musketeer, really bolstered by the 6 Militiamen. Definitely looks nice and scary, and did an effective job of kind of cleaning up all of Revnak's Sepoy, I should say. Very excited to see how this will end up. Rohbrot going back for these shrines. Is Kynesie going to do anything about it? He is. We'll have to see if he can make it there. But I really don't see a change in pace from Rohbrot and Revnak. Still pushing this agenda here. Is Revnak? Nope. They're still going hard at this age 2 play. And looking at scores here, really, really even, actually. I'm quite impressed with this. Although I think the longer this can be drawn out, I think the better that Kynesie and Tit are going to end up doing. Because they have these longer decks compared to so many unit shipments. Look at this. 5 Mahouts. What is this? 15 Gurkhas, 9 Sepoy. Obviously, I'm adding shipments for the sake of simplicity here. But if this game can go on longer, Kynesie and Tit can really hold their own. And I think that's what they're leaning on. I definitely do. Or maybe not. I saw I saw Tit had stocked up a lot of food, but it just seems to be gone now. He poured it all into units, I suppose. Not going to age up? Commit to that age. Oh no, it was Kynesie. So Kynesie, I think Knesie's making the better option here. Those flaming arrows, I think, may make a difference. And I think France doesn't have the worst H2. I think Coureurs de Bois really have some effective H2 potential in terms of population efficiency and other such prowess here. Rohbrot is really keeping his Hazar mass alive, which I'm very impressed with. And here we go, the first walls. Surprisingly not by Kynesie or Tit, but rather by Revnak / Breeze. I don't know which one he prefers, but I don't know what to say to this. I don't know exactly why. I guess he's expecting, ooh, some good raids here going on by, ooh, I think it's a good cleanup by Rohbrot. I don't think that was a bad choice. I think in terms of cost effectiveness, I'm not 100% sure how that fight went. I suppose I'll have to go back in the recordings later, give you guys an update on that. But I think it was a good choice. It's such a massive numbers advantage here. Let's check the map. A huge Hussar mass in the back of Revnak's base by Tit. It's going to get caught. I think it is really... Oh, this is huge. Also a push here, though. They're really keeping them on their toes. And a pure Gurkha mass won't do terribly against this, but it's just so large, right? And Yuumi versus Gurkha, that's a no-brainer. It really seems to be a no-brainer, especially... This is age 3 Yuumi. So we definitely see score discrepancy. I don't think is really being displayed in this game here. Tit is definitely on the low end. I think Tit really lost that Hussar mass. I really don't know. Kynesie's carrying in terms of military right now. How will Tit cope with this, actually? I'm really interested to see. Is he going to age up? He's already aging up. Rohbrot also aged up beforehand. I apologize for missing that. It's hard to keep track of all of this. I'm not exactly a pro player. But let's go back to playing it fast rather than like lightning speed. But let's see what else is going on here. Tit is really pulling back with his mass right now. I am very, very impressed as a man who's sitting currently at 1300 elo, 1400 elo. Very impressed with this. And they're just chilling, and I really think that they have the potential to do that. And here comes the Lancers. Now, you can say what you want, but if he gets all these if he gets these Lancers carded, I don't see... Okay, there's Tit's natural response to playing against Spain in H3. Very smart, very smart. Still pure Gurkha from Revnak, and we will note, Revnak is still in H2. And he's going to H3. Tower of Victory, of course. You know, my brain doesn't see things sometimes. Doesn't see them as well as these pro players here. Good cleanup over here by Tit of 3. Looks like essentially superpowered Hussars. Rohbrot pulling down his Hussar mass. Looks like there's the walling from Kynesie. This game reminds me of an older interjection game. I think it was Japan versus... who was it? Japan versus Iroquois? I want to say. Japan versus Britain. It was one of the two. Japan got rushed, and I think it was Azamk versus Kynesie. It was a lot of fun. I loved watching it. Interjection. Such a great caster. Love him. This is good. This right here. Tit. Oh. I feel like if Tit can bring this out, he could... I don't know. You can argue, right? It's only 5 goons, and here the goons get caught. Very well played by Revnak and Rohbrot. Really keeping that... in communication here. I don't know what I'm saying. But it seems like to release pressure, Tit is going for it. And look at this mass from Kynesie. I really don't think this mass has been poked all game. I don't know if that's just me, but he's got 56 Yuumi, 6... what is this? Ordnance Besterios? I want to say, maybe? And that mass, I feel, hasn't been poked all game. But I guess you could argue all it takes... is one poke, right? How many Lancers do we have in this group here from Rohbrot? A nice 12 Lancers and 21 Huss. If he can get it in there, just mass up a little more. A good squeeze. It may not look that good, but I think this could be... Ooh, look at these Lancers melt. Look at these Lancers melt. Yeah, Revnak, COVID does hurt. I apologize. Yeah, holy cav mass. Holy cav mass. And we really need Gurkhas up here to clip these Dragoons. Oh, this infantry mass is reaching that critical point where even a few Dragoons, and along with this mass of Yuumi, is enough to intimidate this cav mass. I can't wait to see how this progresses, though. Yuumi getting picked off here. Anything else going on around the map that I am missing. I'm trying to be as open as possible as to what's happening. Scores leaning a bit towards Kynesie and Tit, and I think that's because, yeah, that Cav mass I feel does just kind of clean this entire mass of, I don't even know how many Yuumi there are, 50, 60, looking at 80 Yuumi. So this Cav mass does effectively clean, and we see Kynesie doing his usual walling, as everyone loves Kynesie for doing so. I don't... this is the interesting part, right? This is where Kynesie and Tit's plan starts to roll into effect, right? We see the scores is leaning more towards them, and I think that exponential curve will start to just grow, right? That exponential curve will start hitting because look at these economies here. We've got Revnak on 53, Kynesie 57. That's not including shrines though. Shrines could easily add a 10, 15 villager gap to that. Tit at 36, although again that's 25% better. I'm not pulling out my calculator for that. I'll just say what's half of 36? 18. Half of 18 is 9. So we're looking at about 50 villagers. Then we got Rohbrot at 44. So Rohbrot, I think in terms of villagers, is a little bit behind. Although, again, eco upgrades can really change that depending on what Rohbrot has and has not gotten. Let's see. Steel traps and hunting dogs, of course. Very powerful European upgrades that Revnak and Kynesie don't exactly have access to here. And this... Ooh, okay. Out of position here. These Cav are just charging into this goon mass, and they need to get those cannons down. I see what they're doing, and I see why they're doing it. Really getting into the muck. And here it is. This could really spin the game for Rohbrot and Revnak here. Team Revnak. Spain on one TC is a little bit disappointing. But this is a really good clean here. The Gurkha trying to pick off those goons. A lot of damage being done to this mass. A really good maintenance of these Lancers. We still have 20 Lancers and 11 Hus. Another real... Oh, that was like 10 in 1. Oh my gosh. Are these... Okay, they're not 4-carded yet, I don't think. Let me see. So we have Caballeros, we have Cav Combat, we have Hand Cavalry Attack and Hand Cavalry Defense. So I think they are 4-carded Lancers. Like, that is great. I don't think they have the Arsenal Tech, though. They do. They do have the Arsenal Tech. Okay, so he threw everything into the Lancers, and I think it really paid off. I really do. These Lancers now kind of move unquestioned and unctioned missionaries. So funny. The Gurkha here is going to really protect from that goon mass that managed to survive the absolute slaughter that fight ended up proving to be. Kynesie trying to throw up some walls here just to stall for a little bit of time. Let's see what can Kynesie do. He's still popping units. He's got his 4 flaming arrows. Kynesie is in age 4. So if Kynesie can pop these flaming arrows and get rid of that Gurkha mass, he just has to chase these Cav across the map. And I think that'll be it. So this game is still anyone's ballpark. Kynesie will carry anyways. This game is still really up to the wins here. And the scores have significant... Here's the arrows. Here's the arrows. This is a huge pop. Huge pop. Holy crap. That's like, what, 5, 6 Gurkha down? How many we got left? Rohbrot on his way to get on top. But it's such a tight little hallway here. He's doing his best to micro in. One more volley. Ugh, he only managed to get 1 pop off. Is that GG? I don't know. I can't tell. Again, my game knowledge is only oh so grand. And does Kynesie have anything else in his back pocket? That's GG from Kynesie. Wow. What a great game so far. And Tit now is just kind of sitting here. What does Tit do? What a great game. What a great game. I don't think I've ever seen more effective Lancers ever being used. Again, I've only seen oh so much. But it was very impressive. Really great game. Yeah. Sorry, GK, I just now got your DM. I'll just join stream, see who wants to join. GG's in the chat. Yep, 20 Nagi instead of 4 Yuumi would have helped clean this Gurkha mass quite effectively. And the effective use of these Lancers was so impressive. And I think that Kynesie just leaned so heavily into just Yuumi. Like, he just threw... I think he had like 80 or 90 up front just there. Huss and Lancer combined was really effective. The Huss being able to having the higher base damage. I think the Huss is really what changed that crash into the Dragoons earlier in the game. I think it was right here where like what was it, 20 Huss and 30 Lancers just charged into the goons, and I think those Huss base damage really helped. The 4 Mahouts finally coming in. Kynesie, this was a really great game. Both teams played really well. We had a nice 20-minute timer here. GG's. And the heavy lean into Yuumi, I think, was what changed it. Because if we look at, I suppose, Revnak and Rohbrot. So let me take a second to think. We had Lancer, Huss, and Gurkha against Yuumi and Goon. I just think that the more variety of unit combo was what changed the entire effect of the game. On top of the fact that Lancer, Huss, Gurkha doesn't have any big cavalry like anti-cavalry prowess, and Haza is right. It was a very effective 50-50 split. And look at the damage difference here. We've got 32 compared to 56. And 32 to 56 could double your hits on like a Dragoon. I'm not going to get into the exact math here, but that really helped the crash down south. If we want to take a look, let's check villager counts. Let's check post-game. Revnak with most resources. Kind of impressive, I guess, for India to have most resources. I would expect Japan and France to have a more powerful economy, but France was under pressure that entire time. Their mass got cut. They were constantly being picked off. So it was really hard to go back and forth on the pressure there because Tit was kind of in the center of everything. Very effective. Very good game. Very good game. Kynesie with most military. I'm not surprised. We had so many Yuumi that entire time. So many. Resources, military. 123 Yuumi at the peak. Sadly, though, 123 Yuumi does not beat... What are we looking at? Look at this KD ratio here. 196 to 91. That is beautiful. That is beautiful, especially most of them being Lancers. It's just... Look at the... Oh, wait, I'm dumb. He lost 56 and... Wait. 50, 100, 150, 200. He killed 4 Yuumi for every Lancer/Huss. That is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Very effective. And Kynesie taking the brunt of this, losing in a 0.5 KD ratio. Revnak also having a really good KD, although what can you expect from Gurkha against Goons? Very beautiful. Very good. This mass kill. I think Rohbrot was really in debate. Should I crash or should I not? And I think he took the chance knowing, hey, I'm going to go in. I'm going to do it, and it worked. It was beautiful, and that was super effective. I was impressed with that game. So I can't update scores. Sadly, I'm not 100% set up, but we can say Rohbrot and Revnak have 1 point, and Kynesie and Tit have 0. A nice 1-0 here. I'm excited to see how the next game goes. I assume they're going to start playing it here soon. Very impressive. Very impressive. I will say, though, I think this was a little bit out of Kynesie, and I think Tit loves his water. I'm not 100% sure, but this was a little bit out of Kynesie's strict comfort zone. He loves his boats, his fish booms, and his water defense games, Kynesie. But we'll have to see how the next game goes. We really, really will. I think I'm going to stick here until they get the next game running, primarily because I want to be looking at something interesting here. Thank you all so much for tuning in. 99 vills at 10 minutes as ports. I really, really enjoyed this game. What was the final vill count? I kind of just ignored it. Let's check the timeline. Any requests for checking like timeline or to look at something or anything like that, let me know. Villager count. Revnak pulling up with the villagers later in the game. What was the final? Let's check resources. Kynesie having most resources. It's just Rohbrot used his Lancers so well. Villager pop, gotcha. Let me see. Phil pops here. Really, that final push, I think, really prevented Kynesie from doing anything. Vil pop and military pop. Like, look at this. Rohbrot lost, went from 80 to, I think that's about 60. So lost about 20, and poor Kynesie went from 80 to 10. Sorry. Dust stuck in my throat. Oh my goodness. That is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And it looks like Tit and Revnak kind of just Tit's mask kept getting cut down. And what could Tit really do about that? Honestly. If it helps for you guys, one of my friends who doesn't play the game is DMing me screenshots of chat just like with question marks. He has no idea what's going on. It's hilarious. But it was beautiful. Very good game. Thank you so much to the players, obviously. Thank you to, I'm going to be really dramatic here. Thank you so much to GK for setting all this up, this tournament. It's been beautiful. Loved casting this so far. Tit's mask kept getting cut down. Let's look at trading posts. I really think, hot take. I'm going to say this. TPs tell the game. And if we look, we see Rohbrot with 1 TP the entire time, and Kynesie with no TPs until the end. We're going to ignore that because TPs tell the game, of course. Like, what else would? Rohbrot having that 1 TP the entire time changed the game. 100%. Can't convince me otherwise. Beautiful, beautiful run so far. Let me see. Was anything? No. Why am I looking at chat? How pointless. Looks like we've got a discussion about how good Lakota is in the chat. Love chat. It's amazing. All right. What else is going on? Let's see. Refresh. Thank you so much for tuning in, by the way. We've gotten consistently around, I'd say, 80 on average. A lot of fun. Let's see. GG Revnak. Game is not quite up yet. I have Haza. Hi Haza. Having some interesting conversations about Lakota and its prowess in 2v2. Very exciting. Can't wait to see what I love civs. I love civ matchups. I know some of them can be really like unbalanced. I'm trying to think of any majorly unbalanced civ matchups. Oh, classic British versus Dutch. Very unbalanced. I think it's just so much fun to see the civs, though. Like, I don't know, personal preference. Filling the silence here with something interesting. But, I don't know. I was tempted to go into a Joker bit. The score is now 1-0 in favor of Revnak and Rohbrot. Revnak and Rohbrot really took the gamble with rushing that, because if we saw Kynesie and Tit's deck, that was very, I would argue it was more eco-heavy than it was militarily, in terms of what the standard normally would be. Touch Lakota. But, I really think, just, they took the gamble with that rush, and I feel like what else were they gonna do? But, a lot of fun. Insane overlays. Yeah, this overlay is beautiful, by the way. I'm running this overlay called The Game of Age of Empires 3. Let me see. GG Revnak. Yeah, I'm actually impressed with the viewer count. Very interesting. A lot of fun. Having a lot of fun casting this. Let's see. Let us see. Spectator. Alright. How's everyone's day been? You know what? We got a little bit of time to personalize, get that connection with the chat. How's everyone in chat doing? Everyone okay? These last few years have been tough for all of us. You know, celebrities will say, "Oh, we're all in the same boat." Their boat, it's like a yacht, and then your boat is like this tiny little wooden rinky-dink thing. But hope everyone's doing okay in chat today. Good to see all these viewers tuning in. Good to know, you know, people are still enjoying Age of Empires 3. I know I do. Or why else wouldn't I be casting this? Okay, I guess I just have to wait for the game to start. Always found organizing and spectator to be a little awkward. Jeez, we're having some painful days in chat. I do send my condolences. Why do you hate summer, Yukity? Do tell. Yukity, I don't know how to pronounce your name. I also dislike summer. My favorite season's actually fall. I love the fall. Fall's my favorite season, totally not because my birthday's in it. My birthday's in the fall. Surprise, surprise. No. But I just enjoy the color of the leaves. Very beautiful, very beautiful. Alright, sorry. Stuff's happening. Let me see. Let me refresh. Oh yeah, the sweaty and stickiness of summer. That is very painful. 100% agree. I don't know. I also hate it because all the bugs come back out. I feel like you're just sitting there sticky and sweaty, and obviously you can only cool yourself off so much until a wasp just opens up on you like, hello there. And then now you're itching your arm because you got stung by a wasp, along with every other part of your body because mosquitoes are like, free meal. You know, summer it's got a peak. We got another game. Let's go. All right, gonna guess the password again. Let's see if I guessed correctly. Please tell me I did. Cross my fingers. Nobody else is allowed to spectate, so if you saw the password, forget you saw it. You didn't actually see it. All right, here we go. We got Revnak, Rohbrot, Tit, and Kynesie once again. Oh, double Russia. Russia's my favorite civ. I probably shouldn't be saying that, but, you know, love Russia. It's so unique with the batch training. I'm excited to see double Russia, and we've got Germany and Aztec. So let's see. Let us see. So we got, who's this? This is Revnak. Revnak's Russia. Going straight for the dog here, trying to get those villagers out as soon as possible. Team Cav, Team Hunt. I'm excited to see that. We'll have to check decks to see if they have that in there. Alright, let's see who we have here. We've got Revnak and Rohbrot. I hate how there's Mother Nature. I don't need to look at Mother Nature. I can just turn off Fog of War. Like, come on. Alright, Rohbrot up here as Germany. Early market, obviously. Going to get that hunting dogs in. I know Germany's got some effective shipments, but I feel like their economy kind of is limited at that. But, I've heard controversial opinions, but we'll have to see. Let's see. On the other team, we've got Tit. Tit is playing as Russians. I'm excited to see this Russian mirror, everyone. Tit and Revnak's Russia. I'm excited. We may see some water out of Revnak. No. Is Revnak known for his water? Is Revnak known for his water, everyone? I don't know. I never really kept up with Revnak as a player. I apologize, Revnak. But, yeah, Russia and Aztec are going to be rushing. Yeah. 100% agree. Germany will be a bit harder to hold here. We'll see. And then we've got Tit and Kynesie. Kynesie playing as Aztec. Aztec has quite an effective water. I'm excited to see how this goes. Let's check decks here. Alright, well, everyone, we just... water ceremony. Boost your boats in combat. Schooners. Fishing boats are cheaper. Fish market. I wonder what Kynesie will be doing this game, everyone. I wonder. You don't need 5 Cossacks if your mate is Lakota. I wonder what Kynesie will be doing here. I could never guess. We're looking at a very aggressive, so water boom rush, I want to say. If anyone has any other thoughts upon this, do let me know. Let me check Tit's deck. Fairly standard Russian deck. Let's see, anything interesting? Our Reformist Czar. I can't wait to see what he does with this. Kamchatka Expeditions. It's been a while since I've seen the new cards they added. Okay, so this is just a reskin and rename of the hit points and line of sight. Interesting. Okay. Fairly standard deck. I don't see anything out of the ordinary. I'm excited to see what he does with Reformist Czar. Can't wait to see how that turns out for him. Let's check Revnak's deck. Nope, don't want to flare anything. Revnak. Wow. Revnak in Russia on water. I'm excited to see what this is. Kamchatka. Okay, obviously schooners. Oh, Tit's got a pause. Thank you, Tit, for pausing the game, actually. I'll just speed up through this pause, see what I can... Oh, I can't speed through the pause. Interesting. Well, Tit, pause the game. Okay, we can take more time to look through the decks. I love this. Looking at water from Aztec and Russia, I feel like Aztec has the more effective water, but based on cards, Russia has more potential, I feel like. And yeah, which card, Yokity, if you want me to take a look back at one of the previous decks here. But, I unpaused the game. Oh no, Revnak did. And I'm looking through Revnak. Oh, look at me. I'm so smart. Rohbrot here. Let's see what he's got. He's ready to defend the water, along with his Russian ally here. Germantown Farmers. I'm pretty sure that's somewhat standard now. A fairly standard Germany deck. Looks like a lot of military based. I don't see anything super long term. Team Mortars. That's interesting. 8 Vil shipment in H3 that wants coin. Let's see. This would be Temple of Axolotl support, 8 villagers, and boost gather farm rate for farms and estates by 10%. That's not bad. It's not bad. Anything else? What's this? Okay, obviously faster gathering. Smoking mirror. Alright. Let's see. We've got... No, we're not doing Town Destroyer. Of course not. Revnak's already preparing to go a bit more defensive here. I assume Rohbrot will also be Yep, great coats. We can clearly tell who's going to be on the offensive and who's the defensive here. You see Tit's deck. Yep, clearly. And then if we look back at Revnak's... I don't want to see Mother Nature, dude. Revnak. We can definitely see who's a bit more long-term based. Wow. Looks like Revnak really went into this with a defensively minded playstyle here. Let's see. Rohbrot. Looks like... Oh, wow. Okay. So, Tit is really going up here. Wow. Wow. Okay, this is aggressive. Like, capital A. I'm interested to see what they're going to do with this divide here, because they're definitely leaning into divide and conquer. And I think this is going to lead into to see who's going to put more pressure. Is it going to be Tit's Russia, or is it going to be Kynesie's Aztec? And I feel like if it's Tit's Russia, they can kind of squeeze in here on Revnak. Although, again, Revnak has a arguably better... Wow, Revnak doing his best he can to defend his ally up here. This is... I've never seen this before. I've never seen someone in a, like, ultra pro game defend his ally like this. This is wholesomeness. And also ingenuity. But anyways. So we've got the 5 Cossack shipment and 5 Musks coming in. 3 settler wagons, Ulans. I think the... Okay. I think the Ulans are going to have quite a good time against this Russia here, but I think these Puma Spearmen are going to do quite a good job of keeping it off. So we'll have to see how that works out here. Revnak not sending... So Revnak sent his 5 Cossacks. It's going to be so hard for them to mass up, though, Revnak and Rohbrot, because they're divided. So they can't put their masses into the same place, but they also have greater potential for a squeeze in the future. Revnak getting picked off here. Very good picks by Tit and Kynesie here. If this blockhouse goes down, that's going to be pretty sizable. We could see an early finisher to this game, although I'm not 100% sure. We'll have to wait and find out. Really, really heavy on the infantry. Wow. Shipping in 6 Puma. Aztec hasn't even poked at the water just yet. Neither has Russia, not making use of those schooners cards. Are they going straight for the TC? Are they going to right-click it? Yeah, you can see game time. That's because it's live. So I guess you can't really tell when it's going to end or when it's not. The game is live. But, wow, they're just going to go straight for the TC. They are really just going to go straight for a TC. Yeah, you're fine, you're fine. Let me see. What's their response here? 4 Ulan going in to poke at that. What's Revnak going to do? Like, okay, so we got Minutemen pop here. What's in Revnak's? What's up his sleeve? 10 Strelets. Is he going to rush his villagers over to... I feel like this was such a good map for a rush. Revnak still hasn't dropped a dock. Yeah. I don't know. Like, both sides have the prowess to go on water and just haven't. Like, I don't... it's a huge setback for Revnak. You hate to see it. Looks like Rohbrot's getting his Ulans in here. Maybe as a pseudo-escort looking like. But I don't see how well this could work out. Puma Spearman. Look at that. Rohbrot's done. Kynesie's following him up. That was such a quick and clean game. Wow. Wow. GG's. That was just... I think the divide and conquer worked so well for Kynesie and Tit. And this map was just... They're so far away. How are they going to mass up together? How are they going to combine? It was just very good. But it brings the game to a nice, clean 1-1. Yeah, I know, right? What happened here? The game is over by 7 minutes, 36 seconds. A really nice, clean... Wow. I don't even know what else to say. It was pretty straightforward. Shove as many units into your enemy's base, get these Puma Spearmen right-clicking the town center, and end the game. Yeah, the power of this rush. Honestly, looking at it, I thought Germany and Russia were kind of screwed. Like, the double Russia kind of forced Russia into the style of their ally, and Germany nowhere near as powerful as a rush as Kynesie's Aztec. Kynesie and Tit played this perfectly. I think they did everything right. They really saw, hey, TCs are far away. We've got a better rush civ. We're going straight in it. And I think Revnak and Rohbrot... This is Rohbrot. Yeah, it's Rohbrot. Of course, I knew that. Tower... I don't know. Maybe? I just feel like that's still not as effective as an Aztec rush, though, with the pseudo-blockhouse type building. Yeah, somehow get damage in. Just, Revnak saw, hey, we're gonna get rushed. Team CM, is that a thing? Let me see. Rohbrot. Is Team CM a card? Can anyone confirm that? I assume it is. Yeah, Team CM sounds like a really good idea. Who's that a card for? Is it Germany or is it... Germany has it. Okay, thank you. I haven't been keeping up with Germany's specific cards. I'm not exactly jailed, but that could have been a really good idea. Would Team CM stack with Russian CM? Is that how it works? I don't think so. I don't think it's stacked. That'd be so powerful, but... just... I don't know what they could have done. I suppose Team CM would have been the only thing, but he'd still had... I don't even think Revnak got time to poke at the water. I suppose he might have wanted to, but... Just... It was over so quickly. I don't... Sending both is kind of overkill, I suppose. GG's, I suppose? I don't know. Russia and Germany, they were really hard-lined into just, we need to defend. And I think Revnak kind of saw the writing on the wall, we need to defend. And he did his best defending Rohbrot up here. I guess he expected them to go for Germany, because if you think about it, right? FB in Germantown and Russia with Team CM from Germany. Yeah. That was their only option, I guess. I don't know. GG's, let's check post-game. Obviously, I would expect... Revnak. So, feels so bad. Yep. But, just... Rohbrot and Revnak saw it, and I don't know, it's just so hard to defend on this map. But GG's. Quick and clean, quick and clean. Yeah, probably not deleted their, batches so early, but... Yeah, The blockhouse was pretty far out. I was surprised Revnak didn't place it closer to his TC. Been able to compound it. Yeah, I would have recommended. I don't know what I would have recommended in that situation. It's very very niche, but they had options. But I felt like Tit and Kynesie really pushed that pressure. Like they were like, hey, we need to overwhelm them, and they're separated, so it's going to be a lot easier to confuse them and throw them off. And that's what they did, and it paid off in a 7-minute clean. Yep. But it was a good match. Good match. Very. I want to say entertaining, but I don't know. Yeah, I guess the thing with the water would be Russia would want to water on their side and Aztec on the other side. I guess Aztec could sneak a villager around maybe, because this was Baja California. I don't know. I don't have as much game knowledge as you, Haza, so you're going to have to educate me on how that would have worked out. Your ingenuity. Let's see. But, yeah, they probably would fight for both sides, yeah. Really keep the pressure up on them. And just, you know, the greed. They're like, 19th century tycoons. They wouldn't just fight for the oil. No. They fight for the steel and the wood. Yeah.
And the labor.
Oh, hello, GK. Oh, you
hello.
Scared the shit out of me. Hi, GK. It's good to see you.
About that.
Everyone, welcome GK Shaman to the chat.
Hello, everyone. Can everyone in chat hear me? This is a brand new microphone, so it should be
quite loud. Everyone, GK has gotten back from the Mariana Trench. How was it, GK?
It was amazing. These first 2 games have been amazing. Great job casting so far. I'm here to join you for this epic game 3.
Oh, I'm so excited. And it is 1-1 so far. So I'm excited to see how that goes. Yeah, welcome, GK. Let's get into the next one. Let's see, have they started it yet? I don't think so. Or if they have, it's just a little delayed. You know how spectator in this game is.
Yes.
How's your day been, GK? You done anything interesting today?
I've been good. Just a work day. Currently it's about 4 p.m. here in the East Coast, West Coast, all that good stuff.
Gotcha.
How many folks in chat are from the East Coast? I'm curious. Or West Coast, or where is everyone in chat from? As we're waiting to load up.
I don't know. I'm from like I'm one time zone to your west, GK. From Ontario.
You're middle.
Yeah.
Midwest. Yeah. Got it. Okay, here we see a ports mirror with India and Dutch being the support civs essentially.
India, Dutch. What do you think of this matchup? I think Port and Dutch is favored for the turtle potential compared to India. But India's got the home aggro, right?
Yeah, so just for reference, Kynesie and Revnak love playing Portugal. Like they're one of their main civs.
Yeah.
But this is not a water map, so I'm a little confused as to what their land port options are.
All right, so here we have Kynesie as ports, wasting no time. Looks like he's going for a TP. That's interesting. Port TP. What do you think of this, GK? I'm not 100% sure what to say about this.
Port TP. It's really, he's not chopping for a house, correct?
He could be going for a 12-10. Wait, 12-10, is that? No.
No, you can't.
10-10
as ports. So he's going for a straight 10-10 with TP on land. I think he's gonna straight FF.
Interesting. Okay. Interesting. And then we look here at Tit. Let me see.
I love, I don't know if you saw chat, but Sambugu's chat is the funniest. Best part of the series is one water lamer is out.
Yep.
That's a funny comment, I'm not gonna lie. Water is a part of the game, Sambugu.
Tit here, basic India. We haven't seen decks yet, so hard to say what we potentially could say after we see the decks. Oh, I could have worded that sentence a bit better. Dutch, leaving the wood crate on the floor, so looking to go looking to leave the wood crate on the floor. I think that is a good statement. I'll leave it at that.
Let's
Can
see.
And then we have Revnak in his own little Portugal square here. Revnak is not going for a 10-10. He's got his market up. He got hunting dogs, so he did not choose to go for a TP. I think this Portuguese difference is going to separate this mirror game, because you know how mirrors go, very bloody or very... You get the extremes of the civs in any case.
Yeah. I think if I were to just take a quick analysis of this, and I'll let chat, refute me or agree, but essentially with Dutch, Portugal being on one side, they are pretty good eco boom civs, whereas like the other side, Kynesie Tit, has to, India really in this matchup has to put some pressure because India can't boom as fast as Dutch can or as fast as Portugal can. So I'm curious really what Tit or 4Wyken will do in this matchup. We call him Iken for reference to chat, but yes, his name is spelled out 4YK1N, almost like a password.
Well, now I know how to get into one of the best Age of Empires 3
There we go.
players' accounts. Nice. All right, Kynesie. Okay, I'm going to have to keep the name straight because we've seen a lot of mirrors so far. We had a Russian mirror and a Portugal mirror. And it will come down. I think you're right. It will all come down to what India decides to do in this game. And that'll make or break. But again, how do you rush Portugal and Dutch effectively? Even if you're India, which is an effective rushing civ, right?
It's not so much about like rushing them to the ground. It's more so about just containing them,
Yeah.
sniping a few vills, taking down a house and running away. Just kind of containing their epic booms. If Ports or Dutch run wild, like completely untouched, for like even 8 minutes into the game, it's pretty strong. So before 8 minutes, Tit really has to put some pressure.
Got Revnak here going up with Quartermaster, of course, I assume. Okay, so we see Kynesie is already up. So I think Kynesie went with the 10-10 as we predicted. He did, yep. Kynesie did go into that 10-10, plopping a stable. Qualia Suawarte. I love the Portuguese language. So nice. Forward TC, GK, what do you think of this?
Forward TC after he 10-10'd. Oh, he might be trying to take the trade line. 10-10 into Spice Trade. Did he send... Oh, he did send Spice Trade.
He did.
Oh, man. Haza should be so happy. He's doing the Spice Trade. I assume he's going to get hunting dogs now. He's going to get his food collection to be like 1 food a second on his vills.
The 1.13 food per second, and that's without hunting dogs? Really?
Oh, wow.
Wow.
That is very nice.
He got Eco Theory. Yep, so that's why it's so high.
Oh, so he also sent Eco Theory first. Yeah.
What was, let's check Revnak's first card, actually, as Portugal. Always interesting to see. Also, Eco Theory. In terms of Portuguese decks here, it looks really similar, Revnak and Kynesie. Kynesie going a little bit more H2 defensive, and Revnak going a bit more H3 aggressive. Interesting. 2 organ guns, along with a fort. Very interesting deck. I'm excited to see how this turns out. Agra, forward from India. So he is looking to do, as you were saying, GK, picking off a couple vills. Just trying to restrain that boom as much as possible. Revnak.
Yeah, this is actually what's a bit confusing to me. Tit didn't 10-10 into the Agra to achieve a decent time. He in fact just hit H2 at like 5:10, 5:15. So he's not gonna be in their base 12 Sepoy at 5:30. He's gonna, and he didn't take a TP either. So I wonder, like, does he have a market up? Like, why the late age and, the forward Agra, but no... Oh, he's going Gurkha. Ah. So he must have... And he's getting a tier 2 upgrades, but he didn't get civil servants. Is Kynesie making Dragoons at the moment?
Kynesie...
No, he's still H2.
Everyone's still H2, yeah. Interesting. Although we're seeing some pressure here from Kynesie, and Revnak making a huge reaction. I guess not huge, but 4, that's just 4 Hazar in reaction. And why? Interesting. seeing some age 2 play from both Portuguese players. I guess they're trying to play outside the box in this mirror style matchup. It looks like Kynesi's aging up, actually. He just wanted to make a few husks to catch him off guard. I would say the better decision in a matchup where you kind of need to put a bit of pressure on.
Yeah.
And it looks like he is getting a reaction out of Revnak. Getting 4 husks out and maybe a batch of musks. If you can scare him a bit more. We'll have to see how that turns out.
Oh, Revnak is sending gold too. What is Revnak's first few cards, if you could go to his deck?
He sent Eco Theory, 700 wood, then Spice Trade in there as well. Revnak going Spice Trade as well as Kynesie, and then 700 coin, which is coming in now. And they're both going to age up, so I guess they are both Revnak responding to Kynesie's aggression pretty effectively, I would say. And looks like the coin is being gathered up now by Kynesie going up with the Exiled Prince, of course. Rohbrot. What's Rohbrot been doing? Let's take a peek at him. Skirms against Hazar. I think it's one of the best counters in the game. I think Skirms will really handle that one Hazar quite well. Good job, Skirmishers.
There we go. Quick question. Can you actually stream on Discord? I realized I'm casting off a delay.
Oh, yeah, I can stream on Discord. There we go. There you go, my good sir. Mr. GK Shaman. Is it looking okay? Not too terrible?
Yeah. No, this is perfect. Alright,
Awesome.
So we're looking at India here.
Is India looking to age up, or are they in the process of doing so? It looks like aging up is within their eyes, I want to say.
Yeah, it seems between minute 7 to minute 8:30, everyone sent 700 gold. So this is definitely, we're entering a semi-FF 2v2 here.
Yeah, which I think this was going to end up becoming anyways with such a matchup.
Yeah, definitely. Both sides want to put a little bit of pressure to just poke a little, see what the opponent's up to, not let full booms happen, and then they both want to follow up themselves. Oh, but wait. Go back to the player you were just at. Someone's
Rohbrot?
shipping... Yeah, he's shipping a military upgrade right
Team
now.
infantry
Team!
points.
For Robot, for his... Wait, so... If Robot shipped that, is Revnak making Musk as well?
Well, let me see. I saw Revnak pop 5 Musk in defense, but I don't see anything further. Let me see. Revnak... 5 goons. Revnak isn't going infantry to any particular extent. Nothing in queue.
Robot chat can chime in, but for Robot to ship a infantry upgrade when he has like maybe 12 skirms out there, that's 15 now. That's quite interesting.
20. Yep, you're right. Interesting. Rohbrot is not aged and does not have any prospect of aging, which it's going to be, I don't know. He has not shipped 700 coins, so I assume Rohbrot will be looking to age sometime soon. Maybe? I don't know. Like, I'm interested to see why Rohbrot is staying or choosing to stay in H2. India, as we expected, going up to H3 with the Tower of Victory. All of these powerful H3 upgrades coming in, and the masses are beginning to grow. What's Rohbrot's plan? I want to know what... Yeah, he's going to age up. Good to see. Good to see. This is casted live. Yes. We probably should have...
Next time we'll just, have the template up, just so no one's confused. But yeah, it is casted live,
It is
folks.
live. Also, score is 1-1. I should probably let everyone know. Kynesie's going age 4. Good catch, Azad. Thank you so much. And Space AoE, thank you so much for the raid. What is he going up with? The Tycoon. So we're going to see a lot of coin pop from that, of course. This age 4. Ooh, this is an interesting turn for the Fort Mir. Because if we see here, Revnak's putting up on the pressure, trying to get this aggro down. Interesting choice upon, choosing to attack.
I think, so it seems like Team Kynesie is going to back up, wait for the H4 to pay some dividends. And the aggro bought a good amount of time. But now one thing I'm worried about is, they're exactly going to do what I was worried about. They're going to wipe that center TC. Kynesie will save all his vills. They might snipe a unit here and there with, Minuteman and some kiting. But my gosh, this is pretty bad for Team Kynesie. They
Yep.
not only lose the middle, they lose 2 huge buildings, and Portugal's down to 1 TC. Well, now it will be 3 again, or 2, because he went to 4. But, oof, this is a bit awkward.
This is
What
definitely...
I guess he's trying to ship. Oh, and he sent Team Urumis. Oh, and 2 heavies.
Two
Okay,
heavies.
there we go. I see the purpose.
So Team Urumi is going to be... the Urumi are anti-cav, if I'm not mistaken.
No, they're anti-Musk or anti-heavy infantry.
Anti-heavy infantry, gotcha.
They do terrible versus Cav.
Oh, okay, they were that awkward melee infantry. Gotcha.
Yeah. As I think one person said it perfectly on an Isak forum. They're like, I win versus India, but then these guys with pajamas and swords show up, and I always lose.
Yep. India going 8 Gurkhas. Alright, so they're looking to mass up now. Really, Kynesie... I think these TCs are doing what Kynesie planned for them to do, though. Yeah, they're expensive, and yes, they're quite aggressive, but I think that was the plan, was to stall for long enough to make that Age 4 pay off, which, let's see if these 2 heavy cannons will. Let's see.
I mean, Kynesie sacrificing 1,200 wood for it, so let's hope it has to pay off almost.
Exactly, right.
Because they lost center, they lost tempo, and I think, oh no, these are just Minutemen.
Alright,
but they couldn't snare in time. That's frustrating.
Yep. And the heavy cannons haven't been able to pay off, and I think that Revnak and Rohbrot know, hey, he's in H4 now. We've done a lot of damage. I think the ball is very much in Revnak and Rohbrot's court. No, it's in Kynesie's and Tit's court. I'm not 100% sure what I'm trying to get across as my message here, but Kynesie and Tit need to make this pay off. And soon. 100%. And I think the heavy cannons... just Rohbrot, I think he made the better decision to pull his skirms out for the time being until they can deal with these heavy cannons. Do I see any culverins coming out? Revnak himself is going to Age 4. Wow. Wow.
That makes sense.
Yep. A culverin also coming out from Revnak. A good response. I don't know. Urumi.
We're getting a lot of viewers in chat. Hello, Brem. Hello, Nisius.
Hello.
No. 140 viewers. Loving it, guys. Let's keep Age of Empires 3 going.
Let's check map coverage. Looks like...
Oh, there we go. A volley, finally.
Yeah.
But nothing useful. Come on.
Nothing.
So both sides are going to try to get unit upgrades and, solidify their defense. Sorry to cut you off.
Oh,
Keep
no,
going
I had nothing to say. I was just kind of mumbling. But yeah,
okay.
I see. 3 culverin and 2 heavy cannons coming out from Revnak here. The culverin, I think, was a really good choice. Not only will you knock out his heavy cannon, but you'll also be able to scare away this intimidating Gurkha Sepoy mass here. That's really been one of the only things holding back the goons and the skirms, right?
Yeah, and what's interesting now is that since the game has survived to 15 minutes, scores are roughly even with the slight tilt towards Revnak Robot. Now is where India hits a lot of military power spikes. So India can ship a bunch of elephant shipments, go H4, ship more Urumi. Portugal's are obviously, mirrored, so they're happened. Dutch actually needs to make something move or happen with some foul pushes or something, because Dutch at some point their eco scales off.
Yep.
After their initial 5 bank boom.
Ooh, very nice volley here from Revnak. He's going to get a second one. 2 volleys.
Oof.
Very, very good from Revnak. And
so far we're seeing really good gameplay from Team Revnak right now.
100%. And I think an interesting thing to note from Revnak is the fact that, yes, they both got up to H4, but who lost more in the process of doing so? And that would be Kynesie, who lost a majority map control. He and Tit lost the Agra, a TC or 2, whereas Revnak was able to stall and go up basically whenever he wanted of his own volition. And now the tempo and power is very much within Rohbrot and Revnak's court here, with this huge, huge skirm mass. Very intimidating. Looks like triple carded. Yep, looking triple carded. Very powerful. Goons caught out of position. Let's see. Are they... Where is the heavy cannons? Where's the heavies? Why are they in the back? Are these set
Also,
to make... Continue.
What are these dragoons doing? Like,
Yeah.
Blue just lost a ton of his goons running around. I guess just to zone off the invading armies so the skirms could take down whatever. Oh, the TC that was there.
Yep. They're going for
You
another
gotta
one.
love it. No matter what, Team Kynesie's just taking the middle as much as they can. Like, they're just like, we occupy here.
But yeah,
India put up 2 forward TCs. Green's been in his base all game. But this map, just to be careful for everyone in chat, this map is a really interesting map. There's a gold mine to the top right for both sides, and there's some resources in the bottom. But hunts and mines do run out quite quickly on this map. So it's really important to essentially keep that up.
take map control, which I think Rohbrot and Revnak are really like, we want this, but it looks like Tit and Kynesie are saying the exact same thing. A good cannon volley from Kynesie here on these Ooh! Culverin volley on an enemy Culverin, so nothing too grand in terms of taking out these heavy Ooh! Okay, a heavy cannon and a Culverin went down. This other heavy cannon's gonna go down. All heavy cannons for Team Kynesie are out, and Team Rohbrot and Team Revnak still have theirs. If they can keep them alive, just get another couple volleys on these. I definitely think that Revnak and Rohbrot are in the power here. Depends what India can pull out. Ooh. It's just... I don't know. I expected these skirms to do better in this matchup, but I guess it's the siege elephants that are keeping the skirms off. Yep, India's definitely in the power position here. Wow. India kind of went that entire match just poking at skirms, and I feel like the skirms spent a lot of their time walking around, which is what led to some huge cuts in mass here. But to note, all heavy cannons died in that matchup. I think Revnak's survived a bit longer. Luckily enough for him, I don't think they managed to get any grand volleys off, but they survived longer. And
just so folks in chat are clear, heavy cannons were harmed in the making of Age of Empires.
Yeah, heavy cannons were harmed in the making of this video. Correct.
If you're a heavy cannon, we're very sorry. Please don't be one of the 155 viewers.
Your brethren have fallen today. We send our condolences. We are only the messengers. The harbingers of doom. But, it looks like that mass cut has kind of really pushed each other off. I feel like this is a repeat of that time where Germany and Britain both made their dreadnoughts, and I think it was World War I, but they didn't want to fight them because they were so expensive that they knew that if they lose them, it'd just be so hard to rebuild, so they didn't fight, except one time when they fought, both of their dreadnoughts got damaged, and they never fought with the dreadnoughts again for like 20 years. I feel like that same mentality is going on here. They both lost a significant amount of units, especially expensive ones. Heavy cannons are by no means cheap or easy to obtain, but it was interesting. I feel like India came out of that looking the best, looking refreshed.
Yeah, I mean, now this is really favoring India because they can go into H4. Eco, well, he should be aging soon. Is he, or is he still massing?
He's still massing. Good to note, Rohbrot has aged, so Dutch is now in H4. What potential do they have? Shipped both factories, and no heavy cannons. Do Dutch have heavy cannon shipments? I think they do, if I'm not mistaken.
They do. He just didn't put it in his deck, which is, you know, his prerogative, but hey, they could have possibly been helpful here to join the heavy cannon party.
Interesting. Very interesting. Looks like India putting a bit more, just a couple stragglers catching them off here. Sieging this TC down. Although do note, Dutch skirms have just one more range, a lot more damage, and a lot more HP. So even though this mass is slightly bigger for India, actually it's about the same. Yeah, it's about the same.
No,
And
but I mean, look at the HP difference: 150 to 228.
yeah, the
It's
Dutch
the poison there,
skirms.
sure, but that doesn't help. And on top of that, like we're talking H4 skirms versus H3 skirms. The skirms are upgraded, right, for Dutch?
They are guard compared
Yep.
to veteran or
Yep.
disciplined Gurkha.
Can you switch to Tit's perspective? He's got to age. Like,
He's
what is he
aging.
doing? Oh, thank gosh. Okay.
Carnimata.
Oh, and Carney in the back with the patties. Perfect.
Very good, very good. 100% agree. I mean, what else did you expect from a double Portugal and a Dutch game, right? Of 20-minute H4, yeah.
Thank you so much to Sketchy Pineapple for that prime sub.
Oh, thank you, Sketchy Pineapple.
Guys, every bit donation, every sub helps Isak and Royal Clan get epic tournaments like this out. If you enjoy this content, support it. We love the support. Alright, so
Yep.
Tits back to Gurkha production from 4 buildings.
Jeez. And Tits kind of caught out in the blue here. And it looks like... Oh, whoops. Yep, Tit is... Oh my goodness. If these cannons can get into combat... No! You want to be firing at the mass. I don't think it matters.
Oh gosh, this is really bad. This
Oh,
is so bad.
Very good catch by Rohbrot and
Where
Revnak.
is yellow? Oh no, this... Oh, is this the end of the game?
Nope.
This is all of India's mass.
And they're kind of running, and now they're catching Kynesie alone too. Oh, very good plays by Revnak and Rohbrot, keeping themselves compressed and keeping their enemies divided. I think, are they going to go back and finish off India? I think that'd be the logical.
No, they didn't finish off India. India has some hope. Does he have the Taj Mahal up anywhere? Can you check
Taj
his base?
Mahal. He's got Carnimata, Tower of Victory. He lost the
The Agra. Ah, he doesn't have Taj. He
He
cannot
does not.
get out of there with peace.
Yeah.
He's just fighting the dragoons and the cannons.
Just going straight melee. I mean, what do you do, right?
He's like, these guys are gonna die. They might as well take down as many men as they can. I respect it. I respect it.
Alright, let's see. Mortars coming out from Dutch here. Gonna get picked off by some Hussar. Let's see. I think a really good maintenance of this skirm mass here. Let me check Rohbrot's perspective. Yep, 60 skirms. He's kind of kept that number consistent this entire match, and it's paying off for him. It's definitely paying dividends. Guard Castadors, guard skirms.
Because Tit lost his mass, Revnak is actually, or Kynesie, sorry, is forced into making 2 units, which is a little awkward because he has to get upgrades now for Hussar, Dragoon, and Castador.
Yep, 100%. And he still only has Vet Huss and Vet Dragoon versus the Legion Dragoons out of Revnak here, which are easily better than these vets.
Why does there someone pointed in chat, Dutch has 3k gold stacked.
Jeez.
Come on, Dutch. Let's put that into Falconets.
Oh, he's got the perfect resource macro for Falconets too. Wow.
Yes.
Population space. Does he have any artillery foundries?
Someone
he
in
doesn't.
chat, tell us how many Falconets that res count would be. 1500 wood, 4k coin.
And yeah, they changed it from Jeanette. I think I prefer Jeanette Dragoons, to be honest, but Legion, I guess, is what it is. Oh yeah, why is his factories on gold too? He's just... What is coffee trade? What does that do? What? I
That
can't
he's
tell.
for.
It's
He'd
unique.
make, yeah, I know, I'm wondering horse artillery. You're right, Lobotomite. We need some horse artillery.
Yeah, and he's got his factories on coin too. He's got full banks. He has so much coin. I don't know. India has done an effective job of remassing. Although, if we notice, this is almost all skirm. A couple horse artillery. If Dutch could, what? Dutch is trying to make culverins. I think it's to counter the siege elephant and other culverins. But some horse artillery would just clean these up so well. Or maybe switching the factories to heavy artillery or something. I don't know. It just seems very one-trick pony out here, India and Kynesie's Portugal. Walls going up. Walls, walls, walls. Of course. So, yeah, it's Kynesie and Tit. I guess, what can you expect from walls, walls, walls? Let's
Yeah,
see.
where I honestly, this is so hard to tell. Like, we could be here for another hour,
We really, yeah.
or we could be here for another 5 minutes.
It all depends on like the decisions of either side. Culverins, I don't think was a bad idea. You really got to counter their Culverin, but he's getting horse artillery now. Good job, Rohbrot. I feel like this will switch the game. What's the? Okay. Looks like siege elephants going at this wall. Let's see if the Culverins can catch them off guard. Ooh, nope. Very good micro here from India. Look at that siege elephant micro. Ooh, lost one. That's okay. Took damage, but didn't lose the second one. Interesting flank with Culverins from Kynesie. Here's the horse artillery prop. Let's see if he can make it work. Make it work before it's gone. There's probably a saying for that, but I can't remember. he's counter-culving with horse artillery. Wow, that's beautiful. One Hussar basically saving the entire game here. Very beautiful. Oh, it's dead. Rest in peace. A huge skirm mass here, and even with Honored Gurkha, guard skirmishers are just objectively better in terms of stats. Both, probably because they're triple carded, right? What would you expect? And just, do we see any other horse artillery? 3 more horse artillery coming out. Who wins in a 1v1, GK? Would it be Cassadors or Skirms? Pretty sure it's Cassadors, just because of the range resist. Not 100% sure. We'll have to see how this ends up coming out. What else? Horse artillery coming forward. Do we see any Culverins from India? Well, siege elephants for India, or Culverins from Kynesie. Let me see. Revnak. Nope. No siege elephants. What are these? Berber nomads. Interesting. So making use of this TP here. Kynesie's going to age 5. Cass wins age 3. Does Cassador win in age 4? Can anyone tell me? But anyways, Culverins coming out here from Rohbrot. They just have such a good artillery presence here. They really need to use it. I'm excited to see what is coming out from this El Presidente. Excited to see what this age 5 gameplay comes out to be. So Revnak's also going to age 5 with the president as well. What's Rohbrot? Is Rohbrot's in age 5? Wow. Let me see. Alright, so Rohbrot's starting the age... No, Kynesie is starting the age 5 intimidation. My apologies. What else we got? Revnak going up. Is India going up? Berber dynasties. What's this? I don't know. So much is going on in this game. It's progressed so long. Identical scores. You're exactly right. If we're here for another hour, Jesus. India is going to start falling behind if they can't age. Ooh. And India's just having such a hard time keeping their mass consistent against the clearly superior Dutch skirms that are only going to get better as they enter age 4. Good horse artillery volleys here on these guard Cassadors. Let's see what we're looking at TP-wise. India, okay. I don't know what to focus on. I don't know what's worth it to focus on. I'll focus on this. Let's see. What's Rohbrot's mass? Rohbrot taking advantage of this population efficiency here. Nothing in Q. Yeah, there we go. Very good Culverin micro here from Kynesie. Very good. I'm very impressed. Oh, is he gonna... Okay, he's got 1 left, and 1 is more than enough. I mean, you can argue. Rev team. You might be right, but I don't know. India. Rohbrot is aging up. Is he? He's not. He's going to. I assume that is on his list of things to do. But is India have any sights of aging up? Berber Sultan, okay. It looks like India's going to age. I would hope India's going to age. It just... Kynesie is really trying to hold with these skirms, and I don't know. Double skirm is just very, very niche here, and I feel like a lot of you guys in chat have been pointing out a cav switch. Maybe not from maybe not from India, but a cav switch. And let me see what else we're looking at. Kynesie still going Imperial Cassador against Guard Skirm. I guess we already, that's kind of a no-brainer, right? Higher higher range resist, faster speed, more damage, more health. It's obvious. Rohbrot, what else? Rohbrot's shipping a fort. I feel like, come on, Rohbrot, yeah, just buy the food. You need to age up. Although I feel like Rohbrot is saying, hey, you know, if India's not going anywhere, which India does not seem to have any plans of doing so if they're not going to buy the coin. Oh, they're telling me to check out his raids, Icon's raids. Oh, jeez. Snuck the Sepoy. And Revnak just doesn't care. Okay. Thank you so much for catching the raids. And yep, a lot of walls. How long are we going to be here for? Seriously, what did I expect from a double porch Dutch game? Like, honestly. Alright, they're going to get rid of those raids. Although, I think the raids accomplished their main goal, which was... Holy shit. That is a humongous mass. I apologize for my language, but look at this. Come on, give me Kynesie. Almost 100 skirms here. Very nice. Talk about, you know... making use of all your population and really getting everything in the fight. I guess I can kind of prefer longer team games. I feel like they're more interesting, more back and forth. But also when you're casting them, it's kind of like, oh yeah, this guy's got a lot of skirms, he's killing his skirms. This guy's got skirms, he's killing his skirms. And it just kind of goes back and forth a ton. Scores are... You see, you can look at it and say they're kind of even, but that is like a 10k difference, it's looking like. So, you know. I don't know. Rohbrot, yeah, Rohbrot could have been age 4 quite a bit sooner. I don't know if that would have made the difference. Just, Rohbrot skirms can't compete with these Cassadors here. Heavy cannons coming out, I guess that was a very good choice. Revnak has COVID, yep, so Revnak is doing quite well for having COVID. Apologies to you, Revnak. GK is not muted, actually. He's a bit busy. He has to take his mic back down to the Mariana Trench to figure out why he got such bad service. I suppose, yeah, what is the point of Huss when there's walls everywhere? But that's why they're trying to go more heavy into cannon. Because, like, double skirm Colv isn't a bad idea, but where's the Colv? Wait. You're telling me no Colv? This is the part where we get the Mega Mind thing, and it's just no Culverins. COVID is terrible. I personally did have COVID a while back. It is painful, boring, and just kind of sitting there. Is India aging? India's already aged. Good job. Now Rohbrot is now on the clock. If Rohbrot does not age soon enough, the skirm prowess is really going to start showing in the Imperial Gurkha if he can get the upgrade. We'll have to see. Skirm mass definitely getting picked off, and sadly enough, Culverins don't counter infantry. It's painful, really is, but you can kind of see the counter Culv going back and forth here, just trying to maintain the infantry mass. India still is an Imperial. No, India is an Imperial. Oh my gosh, I'm dumb. Dutch is Imperial, India isn't. Well, India's finally getting there. I don't know. They just have such a good advantage that not being Imperial isn't going to hurt enough to really shift the game. So the game's going to last another 20 billion years. Ah, God. But, let's see what else. Imperial Culvs, heavy horse guns, Imperial skirms going up against... I feel like Cassadors win this matchup. The HP difference is quite minuscule, and the India does have quite a bit of export. I wonder if India will use it. I don't know. My voice is getting dry from commentating this 35-minute game. Kynesie is not satisfied. Kynesie and Tit do not seem like the type of people that would be satisfied. It's just a slug out. It's just I need to shove infantry into that fight, and I need to shove culverins into that fight. So if they shove cannons, they can't do anything. Ooh, good Mahout break here. Rohbrot couldn't handle it. And wow, even though India was in age 4, I mean age 5, Rohbrot was done. Nothing really much to say about that game. I'm kind of surprised that India and Portugal won. I'm in your base, killing your dudes. I'm surprised that Portugal and India pulled it out, but I suppose, you know, they managed to. They managed to really keep that pressure up. I'm impressed. The Honored Gurkha doing quite well. I was very surprised. I thought the Imperial Skirmishers from Dutch would really hold, but Kynesie pulled it out there multiple times. Can't, neglect India's raids. I feel like I missed so much of those, but it's so hard to keep track. It's so tiring. Very good game. GG, well played all. But absolutely beautiful. GG's. I think that Dutch economy scale. Yeah, I don't even know. Dutch economy scale, I don't know. Just, he didn't have all his resources into units, so what are you going to do if they're pushing into you like this? Rohbrot, Revnak, Kynesie, and Tit, thank you so much for not leading that into a 1-hour game. I enjoy casting it quite a bit, and I enjoy watching pro gameplay, but the 1 hour, dude, it's painful. It really is. And I wouldn't be surprised if it was as painful for you guys as it is for the casters. Maybe not painful, but stressful. But you're right, they were quite ahead at certain points of the game, but GG's. GG's. I believe there's one more game, I want to say. That's it, I assume. GG's. They won 2-1. Alright, Rohbrot and Revnak played their best. This is best of 3, by the way. India and Portugal, Kynesie and Tit. Oh, I'm stupid. Wait. I gotta look smart for the pro players. GG's. GG's. I will say this. Glad I got to cast these games live. Thanks so much. Thank you so much to the players. This was a lot of fun. Let's check the post-game build count, I suppose. Indian raids really kept the pressure up there. GGWP, or I just prefer to say well played rather than WP. Oh, you guys played so well. Very impressive gameplay. Love casting the pros. And I agree, it does make it much better for the viewers when it's live, because even I don't know who's going to win. Much less the people who's watching. And I just feel adds to the realism, adds to the fun. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Any requests to look at anything? The final score was 2-1 in favor of Tit and Kynesie. Any requests to look at anything? Completely open. You know how much Kynesie loves his walls. It's never enough. 170 viewers. Thank you for all this. I know we saw a sub today, tier 3. I think. I want to say there was, perhaps.
Yes, there was one sub. Thank you so much for covering the second half of that for the Lance.
Thank you all.
Series.
GK's back from the Mariana Trench. Who knows where GK goes? Maybe he goes to another dimension. He's a magician after all.
All right, and for the Lance, I don't know if you saw my DM to you, but we do have some more if you want to keep casting. If not, we can close it out for now.
I don't think so, no. That
No
game
worries,
was really tiring. Although a lot of fun that I got to cast this live. I love seeing some of the top like 10, 20 players play in real time. A lot of fun.
Definitely, and I'm really happy that the game's at a place where we can see all of this live all the time. That is flippin' fantastic.
100% agree.
All right, well, we'll close the stream for now, but we will raid fantastic silver semifinalist, Lazarus Voss.
All right. Thank you so much, everyone. GK, if you'll start the raid. I don't think I have mod here. I should probably ask
I
for
can
mod.
do it, and I'll definitely make sure you get mod. Just send me your username later.
Gotcha.
But cheers all. Give Laz a warm welcome, and thanks to everyone for viewing this. We will have more casts coming up. literally this weekend. So get excited, folks. Ace of Spades is closing out its round 5, and then we'll move on to top 8. Cheers, all. Goodbye.
Delightful.
All right, the raid is done.
A
Cheers,
lot
my
of
guy.
fun. A lot of fun. Thank you. I'm so glad that did not turn into an hour game. My voice was getting raspy. Oh, that's hilarious.